Hi, it's Tori and I'll take you through the practice today. As always, yoga for me is about moving the body and the breath, so concentrating on breathing in and out of the nose and coming to wherever's comfortable for you. If you're working with any injuries or any issues in the body, be aware of them and work around them throughout the practice. It's not a means of not being able to do yoga. Yoga is a space where we start to observe and understand our body. So coming into poses as deeply or as lightly as we want to. Today I thought we'd work a little bit more into twists. So being aware in twists, if we can get the spine to be as straight as possible, and then as we make that twist, it means that the vertebrae will twist out deeper. If we're rotated in towards the spine or domed into the back, the vertebrae aren't aligned correctly, so we don't get that deeper twist. So it's just something to be aware of throughout the practice, but otherwise, let's start. So coming to a comfortable seated position, whether that's cross-legged or kneeling. And just closing down the eyes or taking the eyes down, gazing down softly just in front of the legs. And just taking a couple of moments to arrive onto the mat. And just starting to disconnect from our day. So just knowing that all the things that we've been thinking about or doing, shopping lists, work lists, just giving yourself the next hour, 45 minutes on the mat just to breathe and move. So we're just going to start to check into how the body is feeling. Giving ourselves a mental scan throughout the body just to kind of feel how we're feeling. So maybe starting at the head and gently moving down through the body into the torso, maybe into the arms, into the hands, deep down in towards the belly and towards the hips, into the legs and into the feet. And just noticing if there's any areas that feel open or any areas that might feel tight and that we just need to be aware of or we can breathe into throughout the practice. So again, just working with our breath. Maybe we're starting to feel the chest rise and fall on the inhales and the exhales. And just noticing if that breath is hard and fast or slow and steady. And we're not judging it in any way, we're just starting to notice, starting to observe. Perfect. We're just going to slowly start to open up the eyes. So just flickering the eyes open. I'm going to give the wrists a little bit of a shake, just kind of opening into the hands, just circling them around, moving the fingers, whatever feels good for you. And then gently just taking the hands down towards the knees or the thighs. We're just going to take the gaze over towards the right hand side. And on the exhale, taking the gaze over towards the left. Inhaling as we come over towards the right. Exhaling as we come over towards the left. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. This time we're going to take the gaze up towards the sky. We open the throat, over to the right. Exhaling, taking that chin up towards the sky, over towards the left. 2 more rounds. So inhaling, gazing up. And then exhaling, taking that gaze up and over towards the left. This time, keeping the back as straight as possible, we gaze down towards the ground. Over to the right. Exhaling as we take the gaze down towards the ground, we come over towards the left. So 2 more, taking that gaze down towards the ground, over towards the right. Exhaling as we take that gaze down towards the ground, we come over towards the left. Perfect. Coming back in center, we're just going to take the right ear towards the right shoulder, taking a lovely big inhale. On the exhale, just letting those shoulders melt down the back behind us. We're feeling a stretch in towards the side of the neck, deep in towards the shoulder. If you want to, taking the hand on top of the head and just feeling that stretch just a little bit deeper. Lovely big inhale. And exhale. Taking that hand, just moving that head back in center. Releasing that stretch, and on the exhale, left ear towards our left shoulder. Taking a lovely big inhale. Exhaling, melting the shoulders down the back as we feel that stretch come deeper in towards the neck. If you want to, placing that left hand on top of the head and just feeling that stretch come down deeper in towards the shoulder. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. Slowly we're going to use that hand, we're going to bring that hand back in center. And then just giving our shoulders a little bit of a roll from side to side. And then coming in towards stillness, we're going to come in towards a slow kind of shoulder movement. So we're going to inhale, shoulders come up towards the ears at the front. Exhaling, they come down towards the back and the ground at the back. So just working through 3 lovely big shoulder rolls. Again, maybe you want to open into the elbows, into the spine. And just feel that ripple come down. Perfect. In stillness, we're working into the opposite direction. So shoulders squeeze behind us up the ears and roll down the front. Sometimes we find one circular motion a little bit easier than the other, and that's totally fine. It's just working with our body and how it feels on the day. So just gently coming in towards our space. We're going to come in towards our tabletop. So coming into our cat-cow, so we take the hands down towards the ground, knees underneath the shoulders, hands directly below the hips, below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. Let me get my anatomy right. We're going to inhale, tummy comes down towards the ground, we gaze to the front of the room. Exhaling as we tuck the tummy in towards the spine and we dome out through the back. So inhaling as we drop the belly, looking towards the front of the room. Exhaling, tucking that tummy in towards the spine, we dome out through the back. 2 more, so making that connection with the breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, tucking that tummy in towards the spine, we dome out through the back. Perfect. 1 last round, inhaling, filling the belly. Exhaling, tucking that tummy in towards the spine, finding that space between the shoulder blades, and we're looking towards the pelvis. We're going to take a lovely big inhale, just holding here. And then exhaling, just releasing, giving ourselves a little bit of a sway from side to side. And feeling that release. We're going to ground down to the left hand, right hand's going to reach up towards the sky, so we find a stretch. Exhaling, taking that hand down, we're going to place that palm facing upwards as the cheek comes down towards the mat. So we want to have a twist through the spine. We push through the left hand as we find a bigger space between the shoulder blades. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. 1 more lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we slowly ground down to that left hand, we bring ourselves up. Again, giving ourselves a little bit of a sway from side to side, releasing through the spine. Right hand down towards the ground, left hand high, we open into the heart. Exhaling, sweeping that hand underneath, palm faces upward, cheek comes down towards the mat. So again, we push down through that right hand and we feel that twist. Coming to wherever's comfortable for you in your body this morning, taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. Slowly we ground down to that right hand, we bring ourselves up. And we're going to slowly come down in towards our child's pose. So taking the knees out wide, hands come towards the front of the mat and forehead comes down towards the ground. If you want to, just gently swaying yourself from side to side as we eke open the hips, and also just releasing the muscles on the forehead and just finding a little space to relax. We're going to inhale, and we're going to inhale in towards our tabletop. We're going to slowly release the toes out wide, and we're going to drop the belly down towards the ground. So we're going to open into the heart. We're still putting the tummy in towards the spine, so we have we've still got space, stability around the core, so we don't have any issues into our lumbar spine. On the next exhale, we're going to take the tummy in towards the spine. We're going to come in towards our cat pose, taking the toes together, and we're back in towards our child's pose. So forehead comes down. We're going to take a lovely big inhale here. On the exhale, we take the tummy towards the spine. We come through our tabletop, releasing the toes. Again, we drop the hips, we look towards the front of the room. We take a lovely big inhale, filling the body with breath. Exhaling, we tuck the tummy in towards the spine, we dome out through the back, toes touch, and we're coming back in towards our child's pose. So we're just doing a little flow here, we're just working with the body. Inhaling as we're in child's. Exhaling, taking that tummy in towards the spine, we dome out through the back, into that tabletop. We release the toes, we drop the hips, we look towards the front of the room. Lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we tuck the tummy in towards the spine, and we're back in towards our tabletop, giving ourselves a little bit of a sway from side to side. We're going to slowly just walk our right foot towards the back of the mat. So we're finding a little stretch in towards that hamstring into the calf. Doesn't matter where you come to, maybe you want to bend into the knee, get a little bit of a toe stretch as well, just pushing through that leg. And then slowly releasing down towards the ground, we give ourselves a little bit of a sway from side to side. We're going to take the left foot towards the back of the mat. So again, just finding that stretch all the way through the back of the leg. And if you need to, bending into the leg, just finding that toe stretch and then pushing it out towards the back of the room. Perfect. Just slowly releasing ourselves. Wherever you are, we're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to find our downward facing dog. Remembering that our feet are hip width distance to the back of the mat. The hips are high towards the sky and we're opening in towards the back of the legs. Giving ourselves a little bit of a walk for left and right, just finding that release. Taking a lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we're coming into stillness. And we're going to slowly look towards the hands. We're going to walk the feet up towards the front of the mat as we find our forward fold. So just releasing. We're bending the knees as much as we need to. And we're using the head as a plumb line down towards the ground. So just releasing. Feeling that space between the vertebrae. Taking a lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we're going to ground down to the feet. We're going to hold onto the elbows. And we're just gently going to lengthen into the legs first. We're going to slowly ripple through the spine. And then we bring the head up as last. So we're just feeling that space in between the vertebrae as we bring ourselves into standing. Giving the shoulders a little bit of a shake, palms face forward, so we're into our Tadasana. Feet hip width or toes touching, whichever's more available to you. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to come in towards our breath. So we're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky. Gazing high. Exhaling, hands down through the center line. One more round. We're going to inhale, arms come wide, reaching high. Exhaling, hands down through the center line. So coming into our first twists, we're going to inhale, arms come wide, reaching high. On the exhale, we're taking the right hand towards the back of the room, left hand forward. Inhaling the hands into prayer in front of the heart. Exhaling here. Inhaling the hands high towards the sky. Exhaling, right hand forward, left hand back into the twist. We're going to try and keep the hips facing forward. Exhaling, bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. Exhaling here. Inhaling, reaching the hands up towards the sky. Last round each side, so right hand towards the back of the room, left hand forward. Inhaling, bring the hands into prayer. Exhaling here. Inhaling, hands reach high towards the sky, finding length. Exhaling, reaching that right hand towards the front of the room, left hand back, we're into the twist. Exhaling, hands into prayer in front of the heart. Perfect. We're going to take a lovely big inhale, hands come high. Exhaling, arms come wide as we're into our forward fold, down towards the ground, we release. So coming in towards our forward fold, we inhale, hands to shins. We're finding that flat back, so lengthening through the spine. Exhaling to fold. We're going to ground down to the feet, arms reach out towards the sides of the room, lifting high towards the sky, gazing up. Exhaling, hands down through the center line. Inhaling, arms come wide, reaching high towards the sky, gazing up. Exhaling as we reach out towards the sides of the room into our forward fold. Inhaling, hands to shins, we lengthen through the spine, finding space. Exhaling, this time hands come down towards the ground. We're going to step the right foot towards the back of the mat and we're going to come into a low lunge, so right knee comes down. We're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky, breathing into the chest, finding length. Exhaling, hands come down towards the ground. We're going to step back in towards our downward facing dog. Option to come into your tabletop if it's more preferred to you. Hands are down towards the ground. We're grounding through the finger pads and through the knuckles. We're taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale. Slowly on the inhale, we're going to step the right foot towards the front of the mat. If you need to use your hand to help you get there, that's totally fine. We sweep the hands up towards the sky into that low lunge. Maybe you want to push the hips forward here if you want to, otherwise keeping length. Exhaling, hands come down towards the ground. We step up towards the front of the mat. So we're back into our forward fold. We inhale up halfway, lengthening through the spine. Exhaling to fold. We ground down to the feet, arms reach out towards the sides of the room, gazing high towards the sky. Exhaling, hands down through the center line. And we're into that Tadasana. So we're going to do one more round. So ground down to the feet, palms face forward. Inhaling, hands high towards the sky. Exhaling as the hands come down through the center line or wide, whichever's preferred for you. We're going to inhale, lengthening through the spine, finding space. Exhaling as we come down towards the ground, hands come down, left foot steps to the back of the mat, left knee comes down. Perfect. We're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky. Exhaling as we push the hips forward, we're into that low lunge. So again, whatever's available for you in your body. Slowly on the exhale, we take the hands back down towards the ground. We take the right foot towards the back of the mat into our tabletop or our downward facing dog. Having the hips high towards the sky, taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale, remembering to bend the knees if you need to. We're gazing towards the knees, finding a release into the neck. We're going to take a lovely big inhale, finding length into the legs. We look towards the hands and we step the left foot towards the front of the mat. So again, if you need to, using that hand, bringing it forward. We inhale the hands up towards the sky, finding space. Exhaling as we push the hips towards the front of the room, we're opening the heart. Exhaling, hands come down towards the ground and we step up towards the front of the mat. We inhale up halfway. Exhaling to fold. We ground down to the feet. Arms reach out towards the sides of the room. We lift up towards the sky, gazing high. Exhaling, hands down through the center line and we're into our Tadasana. So remembering feet hip width apart or toes touching. Finding that space between the back of the ears, back of the neck. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale. So we're going to come into our chair pose. So we're going to slowly inhale, we're going to bend into the knees, bring the hands into prayer. Now a little place to stay in our prayer pose is trying to get the knees or our hands towards the ground, our elbows towards our knees, and then we slowly lift ourselves up. This is rather a deep chair pose. If you want to come higher and it's more comfortable for you, then that's totally fine. Again, if you want to have the hands facing away from each other but the palms facing, that's also totally fine. So whichever variation you're in, we're going to take a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling, we're going to bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. We're going to take a lovely big inhale to find length into the spine. Exhaling, we're taking the right elbow to the outside of the right knee. If the right elbow doesn't get there, we place the left hand towards the back of the body or to the hip, and the right forearm with the palm facing away from us. We use that right arm to help with the twist as we take the gaze up over the left shoulder. So we take a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling to twist. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale. Slowly we release the hands. We take the hands back up towards the sky. And then we bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart and we release. Giving ourselves a little bit of a shake from side to side, releasing through the legs, releasing through the hands. Just taking a moment to observe the sensations around the tummy into that deep twist. We're going to inhale, hands into prayer, elbows to the knees or towards the floor. If it's comfortable for you, hands come high. If you want to and you want to come higher, that's totally fine. We're taking a lovely big inhale. Exhaling, hands into prayer in front of the heart. So we're coming into a twist in the opposite direction. We inhale to find length. Exhaling, left elbow to the outside of the left knee. If it's not available, we take the left forearm, right hand towards the back of the body or to the hip. We take a lovely big inhale as we twist. Lovely deep exhale. One more lovely big inhale here. And exhale. Slowly we inhale, coming back in center. This time hands come down towards the ground and we're going to release the legs just slightly out towards the sides. Giving ourselves a little bit of a sway from side to side, releasing the legs. We're going to take our fingers around our big toes. So our first two fingers around our big toes, we're bending into the knees, we're finding length into the spine. As we exhale, elbows come wide as we take the gaze towards the back of the room. If you want to go deeper, we lengthen into the legs and we find the stretching towards the back of the body, releasing the neck. We're taking a lovely big inhale here. Lovely deep exhale. One more lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we're going to release, bending into the knees, hands come towards the hips, and we slowly lengthen in towards the spine, bringing ourselves all the way up into standing. Releasing the shoulders, releasing the neck, palms face forward. Taking a lovely big inhale, and exhale. We're going to slowly take a big step out with our left foot towards the back of the mat. So we're going to find our low lunge. Left knee comes down towards the ground. Option to have the toes tucked or released. Toes tucked give us a bit more stability. Again, if you need to, taking the knee out towards the side. We're going to release the hands up towards the sky as we inhale. We want to tuck the tailbone under and just try and see whether we have our hips so they're parallel towards the ground. We reach high towards the sky, taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale here. Exhaling, right hand backwards, left hand forward, we're into our twist. So we're gazing out towards the sides of the room. If you want to go deeper, taking the gaze towards the right thumb. We have the feeling of being pulled in opposite directions, taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. One last lovely big inhale here. Exhaling, right hand goes down, left hand goes high. We're opening in towards our hip flexor on the left hand side. If you want to go deeper, maybe pushing the hips forward towards the front of the room. But we're coming to wherever's comfortable for you in your practice. Taking a lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we're going to take the left hand down towards the ground in front so it squares off the right foot. Right hand's high towards the sky, we're into our easy twist. Option to stay here, or if you want to go deeper, we tuck the toes at the back, we're into a low lunge. Wherever you are, taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we take the right hand, we sweep it towards the back of the room, we bring it down towards the ground. We step back in towards our tabletop. We give ourselves a little bit of a sway from side to side, releasing through the hips. We're going to take the knees out wide and we're going to slowly come in towards our child's pose, so forehead comes down. Again, option to just sway from side to side, releasing through the body, releasing through the hips. We take a lovely big inhale and exhale. Slowly we inhale, lifting ourselves up. Coming back in towards that tabletop, we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to push through the heels, we find our downward facing dog. So we're gazing towards the knees. We're going to inhale onto our tiptoes, we look towards the hands and we slowly step towards the front of the mat. We inhale, opening up halfway, lengthening through the spine. Exhaling to fold. Ground down to the feet, arms come wide, reaching up towards the sky, gazing high. Exhaling, hands down through the center line. And we're back into our Tadasana, finding that space between the shoulders and ears. Coming into the other side, so we're going to take a big step out with our right foot towards the back of the mat. So we're coming into that low lunge, we gently lower that right knee down towards the ground. Option, if you need to, tucking the toes at the back for support. Or again, if there's any issues into the knee, placing something a little bit more like a blanket or rolling the mat over. We're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky, so we're finding that length. If you want to here, more than welcome to push the hips forward, find an opening into the body. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. Slowly, if you've moved yourself forward, we're going to find that straight spine. We tuck the tailbone under and we exhale, right hand forward, left hand back, so we're into that twist. So we've got that opening in towards the sides of the body. So we're being pulled in opposite directions and we're taking the gaze, if you can, towards the right thumb. Sorry, the left thumb. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. We're going to slowly take the left hand down, right hand high. So we're coming into like a reverse twist. We feel the hip flexor at the front of the hip on the right hand side. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale. Slowly on the next exhale, we take the right hand down towards the ground, left hand high, so we're in towards that twist. We're keeping the tummy away from the thigh, And if you want to go deeper, we tuck the toes on the right foot and we lift ourselves into that low lunge. But coming to wherever's comfortable for you, we take a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we take that left hand out towards the back of the room. We sweep it down towards the ground and we step back in towards our tabletop. Taking the knees out wide, we're in towards that child's pose once more, so forehead comes down towards the ground. We find that release through the body, through the spine. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. Slowly we start to walk the hands back in towards us, so we're kneeling at the back of the mat. We're going to bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. Any issues with kneeling, feel free to come take the legs forward. Or maybe sometimes it's a little bit more comfortable just to perch yourself onto a block, giving a bit more space behind the knees. We're going to take a lovely big inhale, hands come high. Exhaling, right hand comes towards the back of the body, left hand towards the left leg or towards the knee. Taking a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling to twist. One more lovely big inhale. Exhaling to twist. Slowly we're going to inhale, coming back in center. Giving ourselves a little bit of a shake through the shoulders. We inhale the hands up towards the sky. Exhaling, right hand forward, left hand back, we're into a twist. Again, doesn't matter how deep we come, we take a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling, we take that gaze over the left shoulder. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale. Inhaling slowly, coming back in center. Giving the shoulders a bit of a shake. We're going to slowly walk the hands towards the front of the mat. We tuck the toes under, we're into that downward facing dog once more. So we're gazing towards the knees. We're going to slowly step the right foot towards the front of the mat. And we're going to bring ourselves up into standing. So having the toes, so they're parallel towards the small sides of the mat. Hands come towards the hips. Elbows towards the back of the body. We inhale to find length in the spine. Exhaling as we fold at the fold of the hips. Slowly coming to wherever's comfortable for you. If it's available for you, hands come down towards the ground, heels towards the outside, toes on the inside. We're going to inhale onto fingertips, whether on a block or onto our hands. If we don't have a block and we're finding it hard, maybe bending into the knees helps a little bit. We inhale to find length. Exhaling as we fold. So coming to wherever's comfortable for you. And then slowly, if you want to, starting to walk the hands towards the feet or towards the legs. If you want to here, maybe using the hands to go deeper. But coming to wherever's comfortable for you in your practice this morning. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. One last lovely big inhale. Coming into the twist we've done before, so the left hand comes down, right hand reaches high towards the sky, we're opening the heart. Taking a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling, we're going to slowly take that right hand down towards the ground. We swap the hands over. Left hand reaches high towards the sky, we open the heart. Lovely big inhale, filling the body with breath. Exhaling, we take the hands down towards the ground. We bend the knees, hands towards the hips as we slowly lift ourselves all the way up into standing. So we're taking a moment just finding our breath, giving the shoulders a bit of a shake. And then slowly we're going to come in towards Tadasana, either at the front of the mat or halfway down the mat, whatever's more comfortable for you. We're going to come into a little bit of balancing. So we're going to ground down with our right foot and we're going to bring the left knee in towards us. So we're going to find our balance. We want the knee to be parallel towards the hip, and we want the foot to be active at the front. We're going to take the left hand towards the back of the body, so we'll open the shoulder, opening the back. And we're going to take the right hand towards the outside of our left knee. So we're gazing up towards the front of the room. We're staying here. We take a lovely big inhale. If you want to go deeper, we slowly use our twist and we twist the body, keeping the gaze on a non-moving point. And if you want to go deeper, we take the left hand towards the back of the room, so we're playing with that twist. If you want to go deeper still, we take the gaze towards the back of the room. So we're finding that openness, taking a lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we're going to slowly come round towards the front of the room. We bring ourselves forward, we release the leg, and we give it a little bit of a shake. So just finding a little bit of release in towards the body, into the legs. When you're ready, we're coming into the other side. So ground down with the left foot, right foot comes parallel to the ground. Sorry, right knee's parallel towards the hip. Foot's active at the front of the mat. We take the right hand towards the back of the body, left hand towards the outside of the knee. We take a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling as we twist and we take the gaze. We keep the gaze to a non-moving point. If you want to go deeper, we take that right hand towards the back of the room, trying not to wobble like myself, and then taking the gaze towards the back of the room as well. One side may be more wobbly than the other, like mine today. Doesn't matter, palm trees wobble. So we're taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. Slowly we're going to inhale, coming back into center. And then when you're ready, we release that leg and we give it a bit of a shake. Just finding that release through the body, through the legs. Perfect. So we're going to come down in towards our seat. We're going to inhale, arms come wide, reaching up towards the sky. Finding that length. Exhaling slowly, hands down through the center line. We're into our forward fold. We're going to inhale up halfway, lengthening through the spine. Exhaling, hands come down towards the ground. We're going to slowly step back in towards our downward facing dog. So having our downward dog, finding the length in towards the body, we're going to slowly just step our feet. So we're into a smaller downward dog, and we're going to take the feet out wide towards the sides of the mat. So taking the feet out wide gives us a bit more stability. We're going to play with the balance, taking the right hand off the ground. If it's comfortable for you, we take that right hand over towards the left leg, preferably down towards the ankle if we can get there, but anywhere along that left leg. When you're ready, and if it's comfortable and you've got your balance, maybe pulling yourself through and gazing underneath that armpit. Taking a lovely big inhale here, finding that twist in the spine. Exhaling as we slowly release that right hand down towards the ground, and we're back into that smaller downward dog. So we're going to come in towards the other side, playing with the balance. Left hand reaches up. Exhaling, we take that left hand towards the right leg, wherever is available to you, preferably down towards the ankle. We take a lovely big inhale here. Exhaling, we take that gaze underneath that right armpit. So we're gazing high towards the sky. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. Slowly we're going to release that left hand down. We're going to bend in towards our knees, and we're coming all the way down on towards our knees. Just giving ourselves a little bit of a shake. And taking ourselves over to one side. Feet come round towards the front of the mat, and we're going to come in towards our forward folds. So releasing any meat that we have away from our sitting bones. We inhale the hands up towards the sky. Exhaling as we reach towards the front of the room, hands towards the knee, the shin or the feet. We want to inhale to find length in towards the body. Exhaling to fold. Taking another lovely big inhale. Exhaling to fold. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, we're going to slowly walk the hands back in towards us. We're going to bend in towards our left leg, take it to the inside of our right inner thigh. We inhale the hands up towards the sky. Exhaling as we twist and we fold forward, so the hands come to the knee, the shin or the foot. We want to find a stretch around the top of our leggings and in towards the hamstring along the right. If the hands don't reach the feet, just taking them towards the shin, keeping the gaze towards our big toe and finding length. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale and exhale. We're going to slowly start to walk the hands back in towards us. So we're coming back into seated. We're going to come in towards our twist. Right hand to the inside of that right knee. Left hand reaches out towards the back of the room. So we're opening in towards the twist. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale and exhale. Slowly we're going to release the hand back down towards the ground in front. We're going to place our weight in towards our left leg and we're going to bend our right foot. So we're going to come in towards our pike leg. So it's as if we've got our left foot to the inside of our right thigh, right foot towards the back of the body. So it doesn't matter where we come to. We're going to take our right hand and take it towards our left knee. Left hand comes behind us, maybe if you want to, placing onto a block. We want to inhale to find length into the spine. Exhaling as we twist and we gaze towards the back of the room. Doesn't matter if the right hip lifts to find that twist. We take a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling to twist. Taking one more lovely big inhale. Exhaling to twist. Slowly we're going to inhale, coming back in center, so we release the legs. Taking the feet out towards the front of the room, giving them a little bit of a shake. Toes are high towards the sky. We inhale to find length into the spine. Exhaling as we fold. So we're coming in towards the other side after the forward fold. So it might be that this forward fold you feel slightly differently. We want to work with the straight spine. So if we're finding we can't get any deeper, maybe bending the legs, keeping the tummy towards the thighs, and we slowly walk the feet away from us. When we feel that the tummy's coming away, we hold here, and over time we slowly start to feel that length in towards the body and in towards the legs. We're gazing towards the big toes, taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale and exhale. Slowly, wherever you are, we're walking the hands back in towards us. We're taking the right foot to the inside of our left inner thigh. So coming in towards the other side, we inhale the hands high. Exhaling as we twist and we fold forward. So hands come down towards the knee, the shin or the foot. Doesn't matter where you are, we're feeling that stretch around the top of the leggings on the right hand side and into the hamstring, into the calf on the left. Toes are active towards the sky, hands towards the feet, and if they don't reach, we take them towards the shins. Finding that length, taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale and exhale. Slowly we walk the hands back in towards us. We take the left hand to the inside of our right leg. Right hand reaches out towards the back of the room, so we're into the twist. We're opening in towards the body, taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale and exhale. So we're coming in towards that. On the exhale, we come round towards the front. We're coming in towards that bent leg. So we keep the right foot as it is, placing the weight in towards the right leg. We bend into the left. Right foot's the inside of the left leg. Left foot comes behind us. Left hand towards our right knee. Right hand towards the ground behind us or onto a block. We inhale to find length in the spine, exhaling as we twist and we take the gaze towards the room behind us. Doesn't matter if the left hip is lifted. We're taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale and exhale. One last lovely big inhale here. And exhale. Inhaling, we slowly come around back in center. We release the legs and we give them a bit of a shake. Just finding a bit of release. So we're going to slowly take a lovely big inhale, finding that length. Exhaling, we're going to fold forward, but we're not going to come and hold into our forward fold. Taking the right hand towards the outside of the right foot if it doesn't reach to the outside of the shin. We take the left hand up towards the sky behind us, so we're in towards the twist. Doesn't matter how far we come to, we want to have length into the spine. So remembering, if we're doming, we won't come very far. So it might be that your twist looks like this, and that's totally fine, just slightly more forward. So it doesn't matter where you come to, taking a lovely big inhale. Exhaling to twist. One more lovely big inhale. Exhaling to twist. Slowly we're going to inhale, coming back in center. We're going to bend in towards that left leg. A hand comes towards the outside of that foot, if we can reach it. Option 1, to stay here with the leg bent. Option 2, to have the leg parallel towards the ground. And option 3, if we can, we lengthen in towards that leg. We keep the length in towards the back of the body. So if we're doming here, it's better to be here than to be doming to get the leg up. So wherever you are, lengthen towards the back of the spine. Left hand reaches towards the back of the room. So we're into a twist. We're keeping the balance. Toes are active in both feet. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we slowly come around back in center. We release the legs. We give them a shake. Coming in towards the other side. So we take a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling as we fold forward. Left hand comes to the outside of the right foot if it can reach, or towards the right leg. Left hand reaches out towards the room behind us. So it's a deeper twist than when we had the knee out wide. Coming to wherever's comfortable for you, making sure that we've got that straightness in towards the back of the spine. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One last lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we're going to slowly come around towards the front of the room. We're going to bend in towards that right leg. Left hand towards the outside of the foot. So again, if it's easier to be here, that's totally fine, and coming into your twist. If you're available to you, left knee lifts up, right leg lifts parallel towards the ground, and we take that right hand towards the back of the room. If it's available to you and we don't lose that straightness, we keep that leg high. Toes are active towards the sky. Taking a lovely, lovely big inhale and exhale. One last lovely big inhale here. And exhale. Slowly we're going to come round to face the front of the room. We release the foot and we give it a shake, just releasing out through the legs. We're going to come down onto our back. So we're just going to come in towards a gentle kind of like happy baby. So we take our hands towards the insides of the legs. We open the knees wide, hands towards the insides of the ankles, around the shins, ankles or towards the outsides of the feet. The aim is to get the elbows in towards the armpit. And all we're doing is flattening the spine all the way down towards the ground. So we're lengthening out through the back. If you want to, maybe just give yourselves a little bit of sway from side to side, just massaging the muscles either side of the spine. And just feeling that release. We're going to slowly just release the legs out. We're going to come in towards just our little twist, so taking the arms out wide. Hands can be into cactus or can be long depending on the space you have. We're going to take the legs over towards the right hand side and just taking our gaze over towards the left. It's just gently releasing out through the spine. Any issues in towards having the knees high and we're finding it quite hard and we're holding into the body, just place a bolster or a block or a pillow underneath the knees. And we want to find that release through the spine as we gaze over towards the left. So just taking a lovely big inhale, filling the body with breath. Lovely deep exhale. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale, slowly coming back in center, so bringing the knees back in. If you want to, legs can come parallel towards the ground and we take the legs over towards the right hand side as we gaze over towards the left. So again, any issues here with the knees and with finding tenseness into the body, we want to find that release, so placing something under the knees, or if you want to, shoulder can be lifted and the arm can be long, just finding a little bit of space in towards the shoulder. So we want to find that release through the body rather than tension. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. Slowly we're going to come back in center. Bring the knees up towards the sky. So option here, taking the knees up. If you want to, feet come out towards the side, or if you want to come into your inversion, taking the feet up towards the sky. If you have your strap, maybe taking it around to help with the feet, keeping them high, or if you want to, just taking them up against a wall, or maybe if you're on a sofa, just the legs are elevated and just holding here for a couple of minutes. So just taking the palms next to you, palms face upwards, and we just have the shoulder blades, they're flat towards the ground behind us, and we've got length in towards the back of the body. So we're just looking to find a bit of stillness in towards the body, in towards the mind. Gazing towards the big toes or closing the eyes if you want to. Just knowing that having the legs elevated just brings all the goodness, all the blood, the lymph, the cardiovascular, just bring it all the way back down in towards the body. We spend our day standing on our feet, letting gravity pull itself down. So we're just reversing all that space. Perfect. We're going to slowly just release the legs down if they're still up or toward the wall. And just taking the feet out towards the sides of the mat. And we're just going to gently windscreen wipe the legs. So opposite knee to the opposite foot. And just massaging the muscles on the back of the pelvis as we just slowly sway from side to side. Amazing. And then slowly bring the knees in towards us, giving ourselves a lovely big hug. So just activating all the muscles in the body, squeezing ourselves in tightly. And then on the exhale, we release the legs out towards the front of the room. Palms face upwards and we're into our Savasana. So again, if you want to, just giving yourself a little bit of a shake, moving any part of the body if you feel that you can get 5% more comfortable into your final resting pose. And just taking a lovely big inhale, filling the body with breath. And then parting the lips and just slowly, just gently releasing it out. Feeling the body supported from the mat underneath. Just holding here for a couple of minutes. As we're at home, if you want to, staying in your Savasana or otherwise starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Taking the arms over the head for a full body stretch, reaching through the fingertips. Exhaling, bring the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a lovely big hug. And then slowly bring yourself over towards the left or the right hand side, whichever's available to you. And just holding here in fetus for a moment, just feeling supported by the side of the mat. When you're ready, using your top hand and slowly pushing yourself into a comfortable seated position at the top of the mat. Keeping the eyes closed. And just taking a moment to notice how the body feels. How the mind feels. And how the breath feels. Slowly bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. May the light in me honour the light in you. We bow our head to honour our practice. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today for the practice. I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions or anything that you want to ask, then just pop it in towards the chat. Otherwise, I hope you have a lovely day.